Yuna, Kito. Vaya. Yuna, Kito. Vaya.
Good?
Clear, cold water. Like a stream back home.
Boy seems to like the water, too.
Yes.
You learn how to swim yet?
No.
Sorry about Wilson.
No. It doesn't matter.
Sorry about Cook in Wilson's kitchen used to be a mess sergeant.
Hey everybody, welcome to my chat. Welcome to the live stream.
Good thing nobody's hungry.
I'm watching Western movies and investigating Discovery. If you all want to chat with me, feel free to. You don't have to. Feel free to chat with me if you want.
Why don't you ask me?
Ask you what?
How I felt when he put his hands on me. Was it like any other man?
That's none of my business.
That's not true. Every man who looks at me makes it his business.
I guess you're right.
They can't help it. They hate the Indian for what they themselves might have done. They hate me even more.
I don't hate you.
That's the difference. That's why I can talk to you this way.
Talking helps.
I got used to being his squaw. It was just one of those things I had to learn and accept in order to survive. But just now, down there in the cold, clear water, watching my son, listening to him laugh, that one moment was worth all those years. Can you understand wanting so much to live?
I guess I got good reason to understand real well, man. Come. Akko. Don't cut yourself. Wakish.
How's everybody doing this evening?
There was once I wanted to live so bad, I turned myself into a dog. For a whole month, I was a dog. You ever heard of Andersonville? Rebs called it a prison camp. The devil himself couldn't have thought of a worse crawl in hell. All around, men dying of scurvy and dysentery. Mush and sick bacon, all there was to eat, and never enough of that. Everything putrid, inside and out. Look, maybe you don't want to hear any more of this.
You said talking helped.
There was a man dying of lung fever, just waiting to die, out of his head most of the time. He happened to love dogs, and I found if I barked once or twice, he'd give me some of his rations. That's how it started. And I used to wake up in the morning planning on being a dog. Even got down on my hands and knees to put on a good show. For a whole month, I was a dog. Poor fella died thinking I was one. But I lived. All depends on how hard you want to live, I guess. We better get moving, man.
Tito. Get ready, let me see you, girl. You know, man. You general?
Evening.
You too, bub. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. True, but you got the pleasure of my company again. There's some topic of genteel conversation you folks would like to worry some?
No.
Maybe you'll pardon me. I just put in a couple of rough days for a Suntrek Wrangler. Got me coming and going. If I start sliding, General, just raise a hook and give me a shove, will you?
Ma'am?
Yes.
You were saying back there about the kind of thoughts men can't help getting into their minds.
Yes.
That's different. I want you to fret about it.
My husband is good. He's kind.
Sure he is.
We were married 9 years. We never did have any children.
It's too bad.
But Fred always said I was all he ever needed. Fred always wanted a boy. Once he gets used to the idea and everything, he won't be able to help loving Keith. So you see, I really haven't anything to fret about.
That's fine, then.
You must miss your family very much. How can you stay away from them so long?
Sojourn's the only thing I know.
Must be awfully
Y'all like to know what this movie's called?
Great and strong the man was he, and his heart within was kind. He aimed to give them peace and rest, no blame was in his mind. Fair and square trooper comfort gave which they took, and she knew this friend would take them through.
Be sitting like that all night. Must be stiff as a brand now.
Morning, ma'am.
You sure see the Indian strain anymore, right? You can't help that, can you?
No, he can't.
Oh! Keep on. Looks like you don't fancy me much as a nursemaid.
Looks like there's some kind of a town up ahead.
Just a change station. Church, telegraph, and a couple of dopies.
That's the end of the line for me.
Something there to hold you, cowboy?
Yeah, Kincaid Ranch. It's the biggest spread in these here parts. They ought to be peeling broncs about now. Foreman there knows I insist Simon. All I gotta do is to talk him into taking me on.
Wasn't expecting you, Mr. Trude. And they got you driving clean through to Tucson.
And short-handed.
You must be so worn out.
Just catching my second breath, Union, but you better change these poor weakling horses.
Got 3 passengers for you.
And there's plenty of room.
One of them upshot Spanish ladies and her granddaughter. The girl's kind of refined, so they laid off in the last days to rest up. And the rancher come down from Fort Apache. And the immigrant wagon dropped him off.
You better change them horses, Junior.
Okay.
You can let me have that saddle, son, unless you got the money for your fare.
Well, I'm busted, and you know it, Mr. Trude. Besides, don't always pay you when I get some cash.
Yeah, hear you. I'm deafer than a woodpecker in a hailstorm. Besides, the company's on my tail for being so dang easy going.
Well, you get this straight, you old buzzer. Now, you ain't leaving me here naked without my saddle. Oh, roo-rah-roo.
Stand easy, cowboy. Something on the seat in here. Must have dropped out of your pocket.
Guess you've been in some tight spots yourself, huh?
When I was a young squirt with more energy than brains.
Late ain't hurting none, General. Is this what you've been talking about, Mr. Trude?
That's something like it, Sonny.
He's nice.
Yeah. Man raises a son like that, he can figure he's done something with his life.
You have children.
Oh, yeah, but they're girls, 2 of them. I was thinking about boys.
Oh.
You got 15 minutes till breakfast, folks.
Hey, what kind of a womanly kitty you got there, Mr. Trude?
Passengers. The old man here will be right in to get your victuals.
Old man?
Con su permiso, senor. Por favor. It's too darn heavy for a lady like you to be toting.
Gracias.
Madame, sabe Americana, senorita?
I understand English perfectly, young man.
Now, if I could only speak it perfect, we'd get along just fine.
The name is Travers. Charlie Travers, young man.
Yes, sir. You just follow me.
Just look at what you got out there, Sergeant.
Nothing. Plenty of nothing, huh? No interest. But that is just how I got my start. On nothing. Yes, sir. Trail more than 1,000 head of cattle from Fort Griffin clear up to Cheyenne. Now, how did I get hold of that many longhorns, you're asking? Sat in on a poker game with a month's wages in my pocket and bluff my way into a pile big enough to choke a horse. Yeah, I ought to be satisfied to stop right there, you're thinking. Oh, no, that's just the beginning. Yes, sir, I took all of that hard cash and every cent of credit I could wrangle, and I put me an outfit on the trail. Oh, that ain't no lie. Yeah, I bought my stock. Well.
What's eating you? Gotta get this message over the ranges. Just came over the telegraph. Nancy.
What about it?
Some of his braves broke in out of Fort Whitney 2 nights ago. They was last spotted over near Lordsburg. Now there's no telling where they're at.
Burn one of your horses,
You
Fred.
what?
Don't worry about it. I'll leave it at the station yard at San Miguel.
Now, see here, you can't do that. You...
Hey, Sarge. I gotta talk to you.
Well,
Over here. Natchez busted out. He's on the loose with some of his bucks.
I knew we had company. I didn't know it was that fancy.
Guess the first thing come to his mind was getting the little fellow back. Indians are like that about their boy kids.
Thanks, cowboy. Now I better get rolling.
Yeah, we'd better. Con su permiso, amigo. If I know what I mean.
Yeah.
Besides, though, you $2 worth of something.
All right, Mr. Trude. You've been doing a lot of bragging. Now let's see you lean forward and really punch the breeze.
just a minute, soldier. You trying to tell me how to run this stage line?
Not me. Natchez.
Oh. Well, you got the right man up here. You just tell him to sit tight, because we ain't likely to touch ground again if we hit Tucson. What's this about Natchez? Now, look here. Look here, you're the Army. You got to figure something to do. I'm carrying every cent I got in the world right here in this money belt.
Shut up. It's only right to tell you the fix we're in. You know all about Natchez, but the thing you don't know is that we've got something here he wants back more than anything in the world.
What are you talking about?
The boy, he's his son.
Why haven't they attacked before, Sergeant?
They'll do that when it's convenient for them. If they don't jump us before dark, we've got the rest of the night to get as close to Tucson as we can. They're superstitious about fighting after the sun goes down. Just hold tight. They'll do that when it's convenient for them. If they don't jump us before dark, we've got the rest of the night to get as close to Tucson as we can. They're superstitious about fighting after the sun goes down. Just hold tight. We'll start worrying hard when it counts. Inside, cowboy, and keep your eyes open.
They rode the stage to bring
All right, Mr. Trude.
Driver seated up high. He snapped his great long snaky whip against the
Gotta
wind
cross.
on
Gotta get out of this canyon.
We shouted, drove the stage on through, but the Indian followed too, and within the coach they knew mortal danger.
Everybody want peace?
I think so, Sergeant.
Hang on.
Somebody take hold of these fool junk-headed horses and settle them down.
Travis, give me that.
Easy, boys.
How does it look, Mr. Trude?
Got a key here, kingpin bent.
Gonna be fixed?
All I can do is try. Banging on either fix it or bust it complete.
Look.
He wants a parlay.
Totadana. Totadana.
All right. What was the proposition? Why did you turn it down?
Natchez says he'll let us go if I'll turn over the boy.
What's the matter with that?
My orders are to deliver Mrs. Sutcliffe and the boy to her husband.
That kid is more Indian than white. It won't hurt him none to be with his own kind. Look, for the first time, I've got enough money to make something out of my life. You think I'm going to chunk that all away just on account of him? Right.
How about you, cowboy? You seen half the things you want to see? You've been with all the pretty women you ever dreamed about? You ready to die? I remember some mornings when it didn't seem like such a bad idea.
You, Mrs. Sandoval, isn't your granddaughter worth more than some half-breed kid?
I love my granddaughter. If that is what you mean.
Your grandma raised you up in a convent in Santa Fe to make you into a fine lady. And now she's taking you back to marry a rich man. Everything is waiting for you on a silver platter. You're going to lose all that just because she doesn't know what she's going to do?
Stop it. Leave her alone.
We better get a fire started. Blows up real cold here after the sun goes down.
Is there not something I can do? Perhaps hold the land? You must be tired.
I ain't tired. Maybe if we used to talk a little, you wouldn't be so scary. Hey, Travers. Travers, I'd be much obliged if you'd hold this lantern for a spell. You know, I was whistling. It's all about a girl named Consolita. The fellow was thirsting something fierce for a little sip of wine.
She hasn't even got a glass. Anything else you wish to do?
You know it.
Well, then she said, Max, what shall I do? Maybe she'll just have not to offer my lips.
Picked out from the convent.
It's an old Spanish song.
Spanish folks, they kind of go out of store and things being good and old, don't they? I mean, it's terrible set in their way. This your idea. Hiding the girl away and then marrying her off to some fellow she hardly even knows.
Grandmother will receive him and say, here is she whom you were from.
But their idea wasn't worth much even when it was new.
They know that too. Those are coyotes. That's Natchez in his box down in the front. Just waiting for a day night to make us wish all of it. Jack, they're coming home. Go someplace and sit down. Talk to her. Make her understand what she's doing. I said sit down.
Easy, cowboy. Easy. Back off.
What's that, Mr. Doolin? I just have to keep trying. Don't run out of custom material from the good book.
I got $15,000. Money belt right here. You can have half of it.
Leave me alone.
You got a husband waiting for you. Think of what you and him could do with all that money.
Go away.
You'd be set for life. You'd even make him forget you ever spawned Natchez Kid. All you gotta do is tell the sergeant you want to give the boy back to his father.
You think I'd do that for money?
I'll give you all of it. Just let me keep a couple of thousand. What else do you want?
I don't want your money. I don't want anything from anybody. Don't follow me. Just don't follow me.
Miss Sutton!
Where do you think you're going?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'll run till I drop. If Natchez finds me, he'll have to kill me before he takes my son.
If you do any running, it'll be by yourself. Coming with me, boy. Tito. Paco. Another parley. Seems he did some thinking last night, too. Mr. Travers! Come back here!
Natchez, you and me gotta talk. Don't listen to those others. Just listen to me, Natchez. I stood up against Hook. Yeah. I told him that the kid belonged to you. I was on your side. That's the Lord's truth. Look here. Here. Money. That's money. Dinero. $15,000. Yeah. It's yours. All you gotta do is let us go. Huh? You can buy guns, ammunition. You can buy all the whiskey you can drink. Look at me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Shoot that thing, cowboy, and you'll have those bucks swarming all over.
You think a parley's gonna change that?
Get down.
What are you going to do?
Take him up on the rock. I'll be right with you.
No! 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 Tito!
Put your gun to the boy's head.
Do what?
When I drop my right arm, pull the trigger.
Maybe this is your war, soldier, but I don't happen to be in the army.
I know I'm asking an awful lot of you, but do as I tell you.
Firm and steady tread. Beside the coach they watched the sea, wondering fear and dread. Life or death, what would be? Return the child and set him free. Argued by the chief. Would there be another Solomon alone, now was Pablo so grim. Each parent had a natural right to deny it was a sin. But trooper's duty it was plain, and so changed the desperate game. Would the chief give up his claim, or put a bullet in the brain of his child?
My people have long called you face of stone. They were wrong. Your name should be Heart of Stone.
I do what must be done.
You are more Indian than you know.
I've taught myself to think like my enemy.
I am familiar with your mind. You will not let the blood of my son make you soft.
You leave me no choice.
And you think you have left me with no choice.
Maybe you're more white than you know. You love your son too much to see him killed.
With your people, he would be like a bat. Neither a bird nor a mouse. A thing of scorn.
Let him go with his mother, and I pledge you will have a chance to walk with pride and honor.
You cannot speak for your people. You cannot stand against them. Your pledge is worthless.
At least the boy will live.
I do not choose such a life for my son.
Then I have no more to say.
Wait. Perhaps our talk has not fallen to the ground. I do not accept your pledge. But today you cast your shadow over me and I must let you go. Tomorrow's sun may make my shadow longer. You will remember this. You will have it in your thoughts day after day.
Sergeant, would you do me the goodness to answer a question?
If I can.
Now that we are all safe, it may seem an impertinence.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you have ordered the boy killed?
Yes, if I had to.
Then you do believe one has his duty.
Duty can mean a lot of things.
Oh,
Mostly it means looking things square in the face and maybe forgetting the regulations, the rules.
very interesting, Sergeant. Gracias.
Why so solemn? We should be happy. Most happy for you, Mrs. Sutler. Your husband will be waiting for you in San Miguel. Your whole life will have a new beginning.
Sure, Mrs. Sutler. Like the natives say, muy verdad.
Si es verdad.
She is verdad.
Senora? Senorita?
All aboard, folks! We're having Tucson for supper. The Palace Hotel. You can sit in line your blues with turtle soup, fried chicken, dingleberries, real bacon, powder bread, and all the pie with half lumber meringue you can eat. You put me off my schedule, Sergeant. But you and the ladies welcome to ride with me anytime. Be good to your ma, son. Real good. Found these on the seat, Sergeant. Must have fell out of your pocket. Thanks.
Just want to say thank you. I think maybe I might have done some growing up on this trip.
I don't even know your name. Please, I'd like to remember it.
Jeff Bennett, man.
Jeff Bennett. Thank you, Jeff.
Well, good luck, General. You too, bub.
If you got on your mind what I'm thinking, Senorita, you're going to be needing all the luck.
Oh, faint heart never filled a flush. Keen sabe.
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't suppose Fred knew just what stage we'd be on. Besides, we got in so late.
My wife doesn't always meet me when I go home on furlough. I'll go to the livery. Hire a buck for it.
Sergeant, you're coming with me, please.
You were right to save the dress, Tona. I wouldn't worry. It'll grow back. You're afraid?
They didn't tell Fred about Quito.
I see.
Colonel Weaver asked me if I wanted him to know, but I thought it would be better if I were there when he finds out.
Yeah. Better.
I was hoping you'd be waiting when the stage got in.
I've been kind of mixed up, Cora. So much to think about. The Indian boy.
Fred, all the way here, I've been trying to think of a way to tell you.
Tell me what, Cora?
He's mine, Fred. He's my child.
I heard about it, but I wouldn't believe it.
I know how hard it is for you to accept this all at once.
You and that Indian Natchez? I just don't know why you had to bring the boy.
He's my child. I couldn't live without him.
You expect me to live with him? Well, how do you think I feel when I look at him? What about other people? What do I tell them? How do I even face them? You should have left him with his own kind, Cora.
His own kind is me. He's mine. Fred, I do understand how you feel. Can't we just try?
Excuse me, Mr. Sutler. What is it? What's the matter?
My horse threw a shoe. I'd like to fix it before dark. Can't find the hoof knife. How long were you married when it happened?
"9 years. We lived in Pennsylvania. I came out here first and homesteaded, and I sent for her. She never got here.
All those years, no child.
Just didn't happen. So that's the way you're looking at it. Like I ought to be grateful to have any kind of son, even one by a dirty Indian butcher?
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
Well, what other way is there?
The boy gave her reason to live. She's lived through an awful lot.
Doesn't it count what I went through? What I'll have to go through from now on?
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
First thinking she was dead, then living this lonely, miserable life, and then she has to come home with this. I don't want to talk anymore.
Boy had his supper.
You put a blanket on the floor for him to sleep on. Happy homecoming. Well, you're pretty lucky. You don't have to think things out. You just obey orders. Look, Cora, you don't want to do this thing to me.
I don't want to hurt you, but... Well, can't we just try? He's such a little boy.
He's not mine, Cora.
Oh, Fred.
I kept remembering once we had a good life. I was ready to forgive you about the Indian.
Forgive me?
But you had to go and bring his...
Forgive me?
What kind of a man do you think I am?
She has no one else to turn to, Mr. Sutton.
Any reason for you to be nosy and in, soldier? Well, is there?
No. I guess my job here is done.
Where are you going?
Without my son, I have no place here.
Yes, you have. Your place is here. You want it. You really want it.
I'm sorry, Fred. I've got to get away from here.
I'm her husband. She belongs to me.
She doesn't belong to anyone now but the boy.
Cora?
Forgive me for coming back, for putting you through all this.
You're not going to take her. You can take the boy, but not her.
Is this how you're going to solve it, Mr. Sutcliffe? Shoot me and force her to stay? Then what do you do about the boy? Shoot him too?
Get in that wagon and leave by yourself, soldier.
You're not the kind of a man who'd... Attention! Jump off! Jump off!
You got answers.
With their leader gone, they're through. Good boy. Takes things the Indian way without yapping.
I have relatives back east. I could go there.
Is that what you want? I'm 47. Nearly 30 of that in the Army makes a man rough. I got 4 months till the end of my last hitch. You could get a room in the settlement near the fort. 4 months, not such a long spell.
What about your family?
Nobody's likely to get hurt there.
Oh.
Man gets defensive. Everybody in the fort trying to marry him off. If you invent a family and stick to it, it makes it a lot easier for everybody.
I think I always knew.
You did.
Maria!
You gotta learn to speak English.
Right, we'll start the music. Let's dance. We're on celebration of music. Music is so embedded in the culture. Oh, that is sharp. Good luck with that, mate. Right.
I've seen men like you before.
Well, what do we got here?
Put your hands up and don't make a sign.
Marshal Wilder from Dodge City. My name's Brett Maverick.
Brace yourself.
Make you move.
Guess what you've got coming to you.
Any objections?
That is acceptable. I can hardly wait.
Well, that ought to do it. What the hell is that?
What's the matter with those guys?
You need to get on my nerves.
Jump. I can't swim.
There's a stranger in town.
Hold it.
Aren't you going to arrest him?
I'd rather watch him and find out who their boss is. He's a bad hombre to tangle with. One wrong move and you get it. You got everything figured out.
And who are you?
I'm the Cheyenne Kid.
Oh, Bob, you boys okay? Yeah. Hey, boy, the can. You got the younger brother there. The cannon's doing a pretty good job, Cole. Some Indian cracker you turned out to be, Tom. Maybe to find the blue coats, they're dark. Say, boy, Jesse. No, not Jesse. I want the one that can shoot. Right! Jesse, watch your back. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Well, nothing really. Every time I put my head up to hit that Gatling, they try and shoot it off. We got a plan? Yeah, my plan of line here. Kicking myself seems to be working mighty fine. Thanks. I can get those boys, and we just need a distraction. Distraction? Well, why the hell didn't you just say something? He smiled. Never a good day.
This is what I'm watching, but I'm not watching that anymore. I'm actually Gary turning to investigate Discovery.
Hardly even know. You're saying I could have been
On the stand to see what he had to say.
Guess I'm not drugged up.
NyQuil makes you not be able to cry.
I reckon so.
You didn't show any emotion that night, did you?
I was scared.
Which it was all lies.
We, the jury, found the defendant Roger Elmer Beth Jr. guilty of murder.
I want to know why do you think he had to kill her? I don't know why he did this. Why did you kill my baby girl and baby? You can't never tell me why. They won't let me speak to him. They won't let me ask him something. I trusted that boy. I trusted him with my daughter's life. And he took her life. So, for him to do what he did, he's evil. He's a worthless human being.
Roger Macbeth's first conviction is overturned on a legal formality. At his second trial, he pleads guilty to first-degree murder and is sentenced to 42 years in prison. Dina gets 20 years for second-degree murder. Her brother Thomas gets 7 for complicity to commit murder. He has since been released. Justice may be done, but for Ashley's loved ones, peace of mind still eludes them.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about her. It's random moments, like pass through the park, when I used to see her car, that was hard. That would take me right back.
You keep thinking about it all the time. It's always the fact that it never is.
This is what's coming up next. This is what I'm going to be watching. This is what's coming up next.
Every morning when I wake up, I think about Ashley.
I don't know what to do, y'all.
I'm so sorry.
I made a stream some Call of Duty. What do y'all want to see on my YouTube channel this year? What do y'all want to see?
It just haunts me.
Seeing her sitting in her car, my whole world turned upside down.
Not just mine, my parents. Ashley and Landon didn't just die that night. The face of all of us. She's always with me. That's not the same. I know she's always with me. I carry her everywhere I go.
I've enjoyed the getting from some down there in Florida.
Bravo, known as Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, the enemy of Carol Baskin. Maldonado had made his threats. Now behind bar, killing of tigers.
Guilty on all 19 counts. We all know how it ended. The self-proclaimed Tiger King behind bars and his exotic animal kingdom in ruins. But how did it come to this? How did a timid boy from Kansas become the world's most notorious zookeeper?
Why am I a target? Because I got a big mouth.
Joe's a bad guy. He's an opportunist, and all he really cares about is himself.
I want more than I stand to anybody in the world.
Exclusive access to never-before-seen footage. This one-hour special event uncovered dark secrets from Joe's past.
He was raped at the age of 5.
I lay in bed at night, and I hurt so bad.
Joe is narcissistic, antisocial, insecure, obsessed, and has extreme need for power.
Hey, back some.
Exposing shocking new evidence.
You know, the truth is the truth. Joe and I got into a very dark and twisted relationship.
We track the signs of Joe's escalating pathology.
Joe was a ticking time bomb.
I know that he did shoot tigers. I know that. And I know why.
We take you deep inside the troubled mind of Joe Exotic before he was king. Joe Exotic, aka Joe Passage, aka Joe Maldonado, aka Joe Trifocal, sits in a federal prison in Texas, convicted of 2 counts of murder for hire, 17 counts of exotic animal crimes, and the killing of 5 tigers.
Even Joe Exotic himself at court said, I've shot over 50 tigers since I owned the zoo, and no one even cared. It took the jury less than 3 hours to come back with a verdict.
It was a spectacular crash from the height of his success just a few years earlier, when he had 187 tigers, 2 husbands, adoring fans, and even a TV show.
Welcome to Joe Exotic TV Outside. I live this, I breathe this, and I fight this. And if you aren't into this, you aren't into me.
But Joe's public implosion was a lifetime in the making, fueled by a toxic tornado of events dating back to his early childhood.
I started my first part of my childhood on a farm in Garden City, Kansas. Going on trips, David's, Giant Frontier days when we were little. I just grew up in the days of bell bottoms and purple square pants, you know what I'm saying? And Love Beats, it was a whole different world than it is today.
The family trifocal consists of Father Francis, Mother Shirley, Joe, brothers Gerald and Yari, and sisters Pam and Tamara.
So Joe was in the potentially unenviable position of being the middle child of 5 children. Now, not all middle children go down a really dark path, but in Joe's particular case, you could easily see how Joe may very well have felt sort of lost in the shuffle, leading him potentially to say, when I'm an adult, I am going to create an identity so clear, so big, and so loud, I will never go unseen again.
My mom and dad, they were farm people, and they came from families of farm people. And you were born to be a hired hand and not a kid, you know, so it was a lot of hard work, and late nights, struggles. Now that I'm older, I can pretty much relate to the same things of why mom and dad constantly in a bad mood and everything else.
At times, Joe was quite transparent about how difficult his childhood was.
It was probably
verbal abuse of getting yelled at all the time.
So much for what your rights in this country.
Never floated the parents say I love you. That was just taught, wasn't taught in your household back in the 60s.
He grew up being abused by his dad. He hated his dad, friends who I'm talking about. He overworked him on the farm. He grew up getting beat out of him.
This is not the way I would have chose to grow up, getting yelled at all the time, put under pressure and all the stress of kids. When I was in the 5th grade, I had already had an ulcer disease.
It's during elementary school that Joe first discovers his attachment to animals.
I went to a Catholic school and we had white mice and some other animals in the classroom. And during the summertime, the nuns let me bring home the white mice for the summer. I brought home 4 white mice, and the time it was time to go back to school, I think I had close to 50 or 60 of them. They multiplied that fast. And then I got into 4-H and pigeons and chickens, and it got to where all the farmers would call me to come clean out their old barns of pigeons. And at one point, I had over 600 pigeons.
His relationship with animals as a child may have also been complicated because there are some reports of him harming animals with the goal of bringing them back to health, an almost savior complex, where we might see some of those first top notes of grandiosity as well.
But there is an even darker secret lurking in Joe's childhood, one he is rarely discussed.
When Joe was 5 years old, he reports that he was sexually abused, that he was repeatedly raped.
In 2019, Joe told a journalist the story of an older boy who would pull out a drawer to block the door in the Schreibvogel's bathroom, trapping him inside and raping him.
And that's a lesson. Well, that's how the world works. And if anyone gets in your way, if anyone threatens you, if anyone looks like a danger, you got to come out strong against them, because if I don't push back real fast and hard, then they're going to just bulldoze right over me and I'm going to get hurt like I did when I was younger.
The years of neglect and abuse wreak havoc on Joe's mental and physical health.
In the clients that I've treated who have had those experiences, there are some frequent commonalities that I will see. One of which is that people cannot be trusted, that you cannot be vulnerable to other people.
I put on a hell of a show, because let me tell you, I lay in bed at night and I hurt so bad, and I am just so in my own little world, and not the animals. The people of this world will eat you up and spit you out.
In 1974, when Joe is 10, the Schreibvogels leave Kansas and move to Wyoming to raise racehorses. There, he has his first encounters with wild animals.
Porcupines, baby antelope, raccoons, anything that I found in the mountains that was orphaned and needed to come home. Ended up with all kinds of weird native creatures there.
An animal, whether it be a pet or an animal you found outside, could have really represented a companion. But even as a child, you could see he had a
I think I'm going to stream some Call of Duty or something at around 9.
6 years, at age 16, the family moves yet again to the small
I'm getting bored. I need something to do. I need something to do. This ain't going to do it. I'm getting bored.
Closet to his family, and it does not go well.
Being gay, they really didn't take to being openly gay.
Joe knew he was gay from the age of 13, but by the time he was 16, he was no longer trying to hide it. His high school classmate and friend Lisa Marie M was there when Joe took his first steps out of the closet.
I remember him being very, very sweet, very caring, very tall, skinny, lanky, just like he is now. But he was a little bit feminine. He got picked on a lot.
When Joe came out as being gay, he was bullied. It is so hard to not be accepted for who you are. And the reality is that 50% of people who are bullied become perpetrators themselves.
He was a gay man in a traditional white family. His father did not accept it, and his mother followed suit in that sense. So he's been pretty rejected.
What is that?
Who you are. And the reality is that 50% of people who are bullied become perpetrators themselves.
He was a gay man in a traditional white family. His father did not accept it, and his mother followed suit in that sense. So he's been pretty rejected his whole life, and that's on top of the competition with his siblings.
Joe told me several times about his dad, and when he confronted him and told him that he was gay, I guess it didn't go really well. In fact, I think his dad just totally couldn't accept it, didn't want to accept it, just kind of shunned him at that point and told him, well, if that's the way you are, then you're out of my family.
The impact that this had on him had to have been very, very profound. It only contributed to more feelings of instability and feelings that people just aren't safe.
Joe makes a bold move to assert control over his life and goes from being bullied to wearing a badge.
In Joe's case, he was the one, and that makes him extremely dangerous.
There's an invisible threat in your backyard that could cause deadly heartworm disease for your dog. But not if you protect him every month with HeartGuard Plus, the #1 choice of dogs. Digestive and neurological side effects have rarely been reported. Ask your vet for HeartGuard Plus.
Among my patients, I often see them have teeth sensitivity as well as gum issues. Does it worry me? Absolutely. Sensodyne sensitivity and gum gives us a dual action effect that really takes care of both our teeth sensitivity as well as our gum issues. There's no question it's something that I would recommend.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. You're good.
Sarah, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Captain Ahab to help you find a parking spot?
Fire, she blow! Loading zone started. Pull hard to starboard. Seriously? Because it follow him. Steady, steady. Go! Thunderation to the northern lock where there be parking spaces as big as whales.
Geico. See all the ways you can save.
With Metro by T-Mobile, your money goes further. Right now, there's 0 fees to switch. Get 2 free phones and 2 free tablets with unlimited. Just $25 a line for 4 lines. All on the T-Mobile network. Rule your day. Metro by T-Mobile.
Choosing to put myself first seems impossible. Sometimes it means using the limited time I have and making the most of it. Sometimes it means leaving some to-dos for tomorrow and choosing me today. Feeling guilty when I do and guilty when I don't. But I know to be the best mom, wife, and businesswoman, I have to put myself first. I have to keep reminding myself that when I choose me, I'm better for it. Kalia by Carrie Underwood.
Velveeta breakfast biscuits are baked with nutritious morning energy.
Morning to you.
Energy to share helping hands. Energy to share new ideas. Energy to share your warmth. Velveeta breakfast biscuits. It takes energy to share the energy.
Does it feel like the past year has taken its toll on your skin? Forget injections and hard stubborn wrinkles with number 7 Laboratories Line Correcting Booster Serum. Clinically tested and dermatologist approved. Results so good, 90% of women said their skin looks smoother. 1 serum, 0 needles. Look up to 5 years younger. Number 7.
Yo, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting too bored.
Serum. Try with our number 7.
I'll see you on Call of Duty. I'm streaming Call of Duty. Whether people like it or not, I'm streaming Call of Duty anyway.
Mascara by L'Oreal Paris for mega volume.
I want to get to 1,000 subscribers, you know.
And a cushiony brush.
I'm trying to get everybody.
New air volume mega mascara.
Everybody nowadays is just being too picky, you know. You know what I'm saying?
The most talked about show on TV is back.
Hunter, you have a problem.
And get ready.
I'm gonna kill her. She's a bit jealous, isn't she?
For what? If I go down, I am taking everyone with me on a run. Never go.
Oh.
Just sit down.
I'm gonna stream some Call of Duty. I'll see y'all on Call of Duty. I'm getting out of here.
Baked with nutritious morning energy.
Morning to you.
Energy to share helping hands.